In order to make my point, I will use an example on a smaller scale which, at the end, should make clear the absolute folly which took place not even a week ago and is foretold. For example, imagine yourself sitting in a chair by yourself and in a room, and right in front of you, about 15 feet, is a 7-foot curtain. And you were told that in just a few moments, an unknown person whom you've never seen nor even heard of will step out from behind that curtain, and from the time he does, then you are to place your total trust in him as your leader and your friend. And for the rest of your life, as long as that man lives, you will exalt him and believe everything he says to you, because he will be worthy of all your trust. Now, most adults would say that's not even logical. And they'd say, first, let me see who this man is, let me get to know him personally and talk with him, and let me hear his views about life, his views about me and my family, and about God. And then, and only then, if I feel good about this stranger, I might start considering him as a friend, if he and I match in our views. But in no way will I blindly submit and entrust myself to this man about to appear in my life for the first time as he steps out from behind the curtains. In fact, even if this example had 100 persons sitting in the chairs, or 10,000 persons sitting there, then their logic would still be the same, which I've just described, being fully restrained from this kind of illogical blind trust in a total stranger. Now, even on a larger scale, and with the same example, picture 1.2 billion persons all over the world sitting on the edge of their chairs in their homes, while waiting for the same unknown man to come out at any moment from behind those huge curtains. But in contrast to the right logic just mentioned, then these 1.2 billion persons immediately begin cheering and crying with great joy and complete surrender as they entrust themselves and their families totally to the unknown man who just stepped out from behind the curtains for the very first time. Imagine the folly of this scenario, and imagine the irrational thinking and naivety which would have to exist with the 1.2 billion persons in this example. However, this is exactly what happened not even a week ago, when a man named Mario Jorge Bergoglio's stepped out from behind the Vatican curtains on the balcony in Rome for the first time, and with 1.2 billion naive followers instantly pledging their faith and their confidence and their lives to a man they've never laid eyes on before. What's more is that the other 6 billion persons on earth, including world leaders, responded almost in the same way, with their immediate favor and respect thrown at the newly elected Pope Francis as he appeared publicly for the first time. Without question, what the world virtually witnessed with their own eyes last Wednesday afternoon on March 13, 2013, was a major Bible prophecy in plain view, as the Bible's Antichrist, being the papacy of Rome, stepped out from behind the red curtains of Rome. And precisely as end-time prophecies foretell, Pope Francis is now in the unprecedented global spotlight as the world's most exalted religious icon, second to no other, and with 7 billion people either pledged to him and or highly favorous of his every move. This is all occurring at the exact apex timing with all other final prophecies, which are also in their exact places now and ready for near fulfillment in this generation. The very next major prophecy to occur being the start of the 7-year tribulation period.